If you know the words, you can sing along, but I wrote them, so. Oh, Mr. Erasmus, you've been oh so critical of the church and its abuses. You said so. You said the church should look to Scripture, and the church fathers give up scholasticism and wealth and live in service of each other. Oh, Mr. Erasmus, have you heard about this hot shot named Luther? 'Cause he's made quite a stir. He said you can't get into heaven just working your way in. But he said it really loud and insinuated that the church has fallen in sin. So, Mr. Erasmus, we'd like to know, will you join this guy named Luther? Will you break with Rome? We could bring an end to this corrupt church of which we're weary and worn. Oh, Mr. Erasmus, we're begging for reform. Oh, Mr. Erasmus, what will you say? We'd like to hear your answer, and we'd like to get it today. Well, I'm Mr. Erasmus, and I got something to say. I don't really want to part in this debate. I guess I'm sympathetic with Luther and some of his ideas, but I'd rather work to fix the church from within than start a new one entirely. Oh yeah, I'm Mr. Erasmus, and I got something to say. I'm gonna stay a Roman Catholic today. And while we're on the subject of Luther's theology, well, there's something in there, and it's been bothering me. He said your faith is not a matter of human decision. He said na 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 na. It's been predestined. Oh well, I'm Mr. Erasmus, and I got something to say. I say predestination gotta go away. I guess I'll grant you God's foreknowledge and God's grace as the main entree, but you gotta save a little room on the side for a human okay. Yeah, 'cause I'm Mr. Erasmus, and I got something to say. I say humans have a say in their faith. Oh, Mr. Luther, have you heard what Erasmus said about free will? He used some pretty strong words. He said even after the fall, we have will and reason, which allow us to turn either towards or away the grace of God. So, Mr. Luther, what will you say? Was Erasmus really right? Is free will okay? Do we have a say in our faith? What's your response? You don't have to write out all that much. We just want to hear your thoughts. What's that you say, Mr. Luther? You're working on it as we speak it, but yours is 4 times longer than his 30-page treatise. Give it a point-by-point refutation of all that he got wrong. Oh, please, Mr. Luther, could you condense it into a song? Well, Erasmus seems to think that he can do faith on his own. Well, Erasmus, just listen to my song. thing you got wrong is you put God in a box. Remember, God's not like us. That means God cannot be measured by human reason. Oh, Erasmus, you're just not that smart. You got a real hard time letting God be God. You can't sleep well with the fact that God's a mystery. When you gonna accept that? We gotta keep God mysterious. It's not our business to ask questions like why, how, where, and when. Cause if you can explain it with reason, it's probably not the will of God. We can't just give God's actions a cause. Oh, and years from now, Pope John Paul II is gonna say a similar thing as me. And years from now, Pope John Paul II is gonna say Revelation's charged with mystery. Oh, dear Erasmus, the second thing you got wrong is that you try to read scripture like a geek. You get caught up on little words and forget the big picture. Come on, Erasmus, you're making me freak. You gotta read scripture as it is and don't try to twist the words. I know it'll be hard for a wise guy like you. Oh, but years from now, Pope John Paul II is gonna have some similar concerns as me. He's gonna warn against a kind of theology that relies solely on biblical exegesis. Oh, foolish Erasmus, the most important thing you got wrong. You don't take seriously the effects of the fall. You think that somehow humans are left with a bit of reason that helps them find their way back to God. Get a load of this guy. If you say humans have free will, then you basically say God doesn't. Oh, Erasmus, God's got a predestined. Because if God doesn't predestine, then he basically doesn't do anything. And one day, they're gonna call that deism. Oh, and years from now, Pope John Paul II, well, he's gonna disagree. In fact, the general vibe from all of Fides et Ratio is that reason can work in tandem with faith. Still, it's pretty cool that Luther's main objections are